Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob Leeds with your Axiomatic channel, and today's topic is strength. Strength in the sense of mentally and emotionally, not physically. And there is a correlation, obviously. Bruce Lee said that you should never pray for an easy life, but you should pray for the strength to live a hard one. And I love that because what that basically means is you don't want to be that guy who's born with a silver spoon in your mouth. It doesn't build character. It doesn't. You don't experience hardship. Hardship is important to experience in order to build a good foundation of being a human being, and knowing what it's like to struggle and knowing what it's like to work hard for something. That shit's important. There's just no way around it. My own personal experience with strength is honestly something that started off as a physical thing. I used to lift weights all the time. When I was a young man, lifting weights was my passion. I love it. It still is. Still love lifting weights. I obviously just don't move the weights that I used to, but it was something that obviously correlated to the fact of inner strength as well, because you got to push yourself in order to be able to build up your outer strength to get them big heavy lifts, to get them PRs up and everything. So I get all that, and I absolutely did apply that. And one day I got hurt, got in my car accident, and ended up in a wheelchair. And at that point I learned what true strength really is. It was the having to get up out of my bed, get into my fucking wheelchair, and push down to the training room that was 50 yards away, which was tiring all on its own. And for the first couple of days that I did push down there, I didn't want to train. I didn't want to train at all first couple of days, because it was just, I was too tired. There wasn't the energy wasn't there. Finally, the fourth or fifth day or whatever, I said, fuck it, I'm doing it. And I did. I got my ass in there and I lifted very tiny little fucking weights, and got on the hand bike and started pumping along, and my shoulders were just burning, and there was no strength in my body at all. I had to rebuild myself. My neurological system was still in shock, and it took a long time to really get to a point of where I was physically comfortable. And it didn't even start off really with wanting to be able to lift weights. It honestly started with just being able to know my body again, being able to transfer from one area to another, and keeping my balance while sitting up. It just, my hands are all fucked up. Being able to grab little objects and move them to another location, or grabbing cups and stacking cups and shit like that, just therapy things. And those moments really taught me about what inner strength really is all about. It's the motherfucker to go through something to where you're kind of just sent back to your infancy, and you have no other choice but to buck the fuck up and deal with it, or just lay there and rot away. And I'll be damned if that's what I was going to do. So you never know how strong you really are until you're put into a situation where you have no other choice but to be strong. And I know that's a cliche saying, and it holds absolutely 100% fucking true. It is something that I have truly sat in quiet and pondered. I've had moments where I just thought I was a big bad motherfucker, and thought just had my shit didn't stink or whatever else. 6'2", 200 fucking 15, 220 pounds, just ripped. I was just in great shape, and yeah, I mean, it was all good and well and all that, and I put the fear of God in some people and whatever else, as a sergeant in the army and all that, and I miss them days. I do. I definitely enjoyed the shit out of it and had a lot of fun with it, but in the same respect, with all that, I learned that that wasn't what true strength was all about. True strength was looking your daughter in the eye when she was trying to get you to sit up at a bed just to give her a hug. And she says, "Come on, Daddy, I know you can do it." And you fight and you fight until you finally are sitting upright and you can give her a hug. And that's what true strength is. True strength is doing what you need to do for yourself and others when the chips are down. That's what real strength's all about. Sorry, pardon me. Reminiscing on the moments. Just yeah. Excuse me while I refer to my notes here for a moment. Some practices in order to go ahead and build your inner strength. Something you can do that I like to call building the Trinity, which is mind, body, and spirit. And you obviously exercise to build your body. Building your mind, you can read, educate yourself on moving forward in whatever you're facing at that particular moment in your life. And for your spirit, you can do things such as meditate. I love to meditate. It makes me mindful and really puts me in my way through the day. And you can do what you need to do as far as religion, if you believe in that, or if you don't believe in that, just whatever it takes to get your spirit in alignment. Just be a good person. Makes you feel good to go ahead and go out and do shit for people, and that's uplifting. Then do that. And it's just important to build those three things together to have a balance. It's good to have a balance through the Trinity. Put yourself first, though. I mean, you obviously do good for others and whatever else, but don't forget yourself. Don't forget self-care. Go take a vacation if things are getting too hard for you, and get away from the situation and clear your mind. Be someone who is taking charge of the situation and doing what he needs in this situation. But in order to do that, you've got to be in the right mindset. If it takes a moment to step away and get things sorted out to where you can do what you have to do in order to make the situation better, or just handle the situation in general, then do it. Embrace fear. It's important to understand that you're going to be afraid of stuff, and there's no problem with that. Everybody's afraid, whether they admit it or not. You don't want to be some badass who says they're not afraid of shit. That's nonsense, because everybody's afraid of something. Face those fears. Do something about it. I'm personally afraid of spiders. Fucking hate spiders. But in the same respect, I've also come to that point where I know that they've got their place in this world, and I've done particular things lately to where I used to kill spiders. I used to say fuck that and just grab a tissue and kill a little bastard, but I don't do that anymore. I know they've got a place in this world, and it ain't up to me to do that. I'm that guy now that goes and catches them with a cup or whatever and gets them, releases them outside, or if they're in my garage, I leave them alone. Shit like that. I just do. I honestly believe that they have a place, and it's one of those things to where I deal with it now as a fear, and it feels good. It really does. It really feels good to know that I can just go ahead and let things be as they are, and that I don't need to control it in order for it to go ahead and coexist. So it's important to also embrace the suck, as David Goggins would say. If anybody don't know who David Goggins is, you need to go Google that man, because he's an amazing human being. What it means by embrace the suck: if shit sucks, embrace it. He literally goes about every day doing something that sucks every day. He makes things terrible for the sole purpose of being able to embrace other things that are terrible. It's that stoic mindset. It's being stoic and understanding that shit is going to happen, but being strong enough to deal with it. And in order to do that, you need to prepare yourself for it. And practice fasting. Practicing fasting is something that it helps to strengthen you as far as your fortitude, and knowing that you can do it. I mean, there's been many times that I've just went through fasting and I've just wanted to just bite into a fucking cheeseburger or something, and I'll stop myself. And it's good for the mind and it's good for the soul, and you feel proud of yourself for doing that as well. But it's got a lot of other benefits, obviously, as well. It's good for mental clarity. It's good for losing weight. It's good for resetting your body's systems, as far as something that's called autophagy, which basically means the body is simply eating itself. It's eating things in the body that don't necessarily no longer need to be there. It's processing everything out of the body and making it so you're not so weighed down with excess waste. And it also gives the liver and the kidneys a break from not having to filter out shit, and it gives the stomach a break from having to digest things. It gives the intestines a break from not becoming overbounded. It's good for the body just to fast in general, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a food fast either. It could be fasting from shit that you just love to do all the time. Fasting from social media, who needs that shit all the damn time? Nobody. But it's our world this day and age. You see people just engulfed in their phones. Fast from your phones. Fast from maybe fast from your vehicle. Give the environment a break. You know, you don't only live a few blocks away from work. Walk to work instead of taking the car to work, or whatever the case may be. Unless, of course, you're running late. And I understand all that bullshit too. So, but yeah, fasting is good. Fasting, just taking time from something in your life that is normally always there, and having the strength to say no to it. Ultimately, decide, commit, and act. Decide how it is you want your life to be. Commit to the steps that it takes to get you there, and act daily to get you to where you need to be. And over time, every day is going to be a step, and it's going to be a step in the stairs to climb to where you need to be and want to be. And if you're already there, wonderful. Just keep being better every day. That's the ultimate goal. Those are some things that are going to definitely help with you becoming a stronger person on the inside. And know that it's important to keep your mind focused on the ultimate prize. Stay strong with that. Know that I'm here. If you need anything, whoever the fuck you are, doesn't matter to me. I'm happy to talk to everybody and help everybody out. So if you like this video, please give me a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I love y'all. Have a wonderful day, night, whatever the case may be.